Hi, this video is about organic growth. So just pause for a moment to think about what is growth. Can you think of 3 ways in which a business might grow, 5 ways, or even more? Pause for a few seconds to think before continuing. So this lesson is about different methods of growth, particularly looking at organic, which is internal. But for grade 3, you need to be able to know the difference between internal and external growth, organic growth and inorganic growth. For grade 4 or 5, you need to apply these to a scenario, which I will go through today. And for grade 6, what you need to do is be able to make recommendations about moving forward what a business should do, whether it would grow organically or inorganically, looking at the pros and cons of each and making that decision based upon the information given in a scenario. Reflecting on that question then at the beginning, what is growth? Well, it's expanding into new markets. So it might be that you've decided that you're not just going to be a travel insurance company, you are going to now do tours and excursions. It might be creating new products. So for example, it might be a car company that is also going to do products such as key rings and laptops. I mean, Daewoo did microwaves, and my microwaves are Daewoo, and I also had a Daewoo car. Researching and updating new products. iPhone and tech companies always using research and development, bringing out a new version. Also applies in fashion, so the Nike Air Max, they're always bringing out a new one, updating them, researching runners and fashion. They might invest in more shops, more units, building staff. According to a Tesco's annual report, some of their aims are to expand by offering more stores across the UK, Tesco Metro, Tesco Express, that kind of thing. You might invest in new technology. That might be something so small as just creating a new website or a new app. So by growing using technology, you'll get a wider target market and essentially, potentially, more sales would come in as a result. You could just produce more. It might be you're a local farmer, for example, producing fresh eggs. You've been, providing local shops in Bradford with eggs for a while, but what you want to do is produce more. So that might be more eggs to maybe satisfy a mass market, going into Tesco's and Sainsbury's rather than just staying local. So producing more. And then maybe going into new markets by targeting totally different segments. So Crayola, I'm sure you girls might have seen this, but Crayola, crayons, felt tips, and pencil crayons, that kind of thing, have now gone into makeup. So that is totally going from one target market, which I would have said, 2 to 5 year old, and then all of a sudden going into a teenage adult market by totally going into a new market and also targeting a different segment. So pause the video shortly and just think about why a business would grow. If you reflect upon that stuff before, it seems like a lot of hassle, a lot of time, a lot of money. So why would a business want to do that? And can you think of a business who has actually done that? I've probably give you way more examples than you need, but can you think of any additional ones? So have a pause and think about that for a second. So, reasons why businesses would want to go. Increase sales, increase market share, take advantage of economies of scale and become more secure. Exam alert, bullet points, absolutely no good. They're the right type of answers, but not in context and not developed enough. So please avoid one-liners. This is something you want to focus on. It's still not enough though. But increasing sales, this will increase your total revenue. Increasing your total revenue with your costs going out should increase profits in the long term. Market share is all about beating your competitors. It means that you are increasing the number of customers who are buying your product. That's power, that's control, and that's what some of the market leaders would want to be. So staying on top and being that leader, having the biggest market share. Taking advantage of economies of scale. So that means that your unit costs are reduced because you're buying in bulk, basically. So you might buy, as a business, 2,000 toilet rolls. Them toilet rolls each it might only cost you 5p per roll because you've bought a lot. You go to the corner shop and you buy 2 rolls for 99p or £1. It's around 50p per unit. So the more you buy, the cheaper your unit, cheaper per unit it would be. So the stronger you are and the more growth you have, then you should be able to reduce your costs that way. And hopefully either make bigger profit margins or reduce your price to your customer, which will make it more attractive. And becoming more secure, establishing a strong reputation, good brand loyalty, keeping those sales going would mean that in the future, people are more likely to buy your product. I'm going to use Branston Pickle as an example for this. So it's been around for a long time. Before you were born as Branston Pickle. Now, people don't say, can I have a cheese and pickle sandwich? Well, some people do, but not everyone. You might say, can I have a cheese and Branston sandwich? That brand is so strong that you use the brand name to describe the product. It's very, very clever, but it's because it's been established in the marketplace for so long. That strong reputation means that if Branston brought out a new product, that you'd automatically want to buy it and try it. So for example, Branston beans, Branston spaghetti hoops, Branston spaghetti, all them are now in them supermarkets because you go, oh wow, it's a Branston product, so you feel more obliged to buy. Also, being strong and secure and guaranteeing them ongoing sales also means that when there is times of hardship, for example, the coronavirus lockdown when many businesses are shut, some restaurants, because they've got that strong reputation and they've got that established reputation and they've got loyalty, then hopefully after closure, A, they've got enough money in the bank to see them through, and B, after closure, then people will just continue to go back into buying that product. So that's growth in a nutshell. Organic growth is internal growth. So what internal growth means is you're focusing on supplementing and enhancing the products that you already provide or the services you already provide. So you're just developing what you already do. So it might be new products through research or development, like we talked about Branston doing the beans and the spaghetti. It's already something it does, food, and it's just gone and experimented into doing a few different things. It could also expand their marketing mix, so price, product, place or promotion, and maybe expand its product overseas. It might develop the different types of promotion it does, or it might adapt the use of technology. So Philadelphia cheese, for example, cheese spread, delicious. But what they've done is they've developed their technology and now they've got a recipes app. So you can download that and you can look at all sorts of things you can cook with Philadelphia. So a chicken and chive Philadelphia sauce, a cheesecake, a pasta dish. What they've done is they've developed their product and just used technology to enhance what they've already got. All these are internal methods of growth. The ones I've talked about are quite successful, but there have been some unsuccessful ones. You might have to have a research online to see if you can find some of those. So Mumtaz, Bradford born and bred, restaurant on Great Horton Road. Initially there was just one. However, they've decided to internally grow, organically grow, by producing a food range, which was takeaway, ready meal. Initially they were in Bradford-based Morrison's only, but now they've continued to grow and now they're available mass market in a range of supermarkets. So internally growing, the product is a curry, a restaurant. What they've done is they've changed the market to go to the ready meal home segment, and now they sell them internally growing, organically growing. Another way of organically growing is expanding across the UK. Now, Mumtaz have done this actually using the franchise model so that you can pay Mr. Mumtaz and you've got training, contact with suppliers and help fitting out the shop. And actually they've got 7 now across the UK, or 8, maybe 9 according to that map. As March 2020, we're looking at 9 Mumtazes across the UK, which is absolutely fantastic and growing organically because we're doing what we already know and we're just supplementing that. Now, if Mumtaz decided to buy out Raja's restaurant, that would be external. it would be inorganic growth. It's not supplementing what it already does. What it's doing is buying out someone else or taking over someone else and saying, right, you're part of my little collection. Now, this is buying Rajas on the same level as a restaurant. But what Mumtaz could also do to externally grow is buy out any of the supply chain. So it might buy a chicken farm. It might buy out a packaging company. All of that would be external because we're going beyond where the business is. I will go into that in more detail in another video. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Oh my God. You are joking me. Oh. Oh my God. Why does that work and the other one not?